Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. This is part 3 in a 5-part series where I am teaching you how to heal your digestion and detoxify your entire body. I created this presentation for anybody who is suffering from anxiety and depression, an autoimmune disorder, skin disorder, or a digestive issue such as constipation or acid reflux. Virtually anybody that has any health issue needs to implement an intestinal healing program because your immune system is inside of your digestion, and your digestive system influences all of your bodily processes. Digestive abnormalities show up with practically every single disease or imbalance in the body. So harnessing digestion and having a strong digestion is absolutely imperative to mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Now, in part 3, we're going to be learning about detoxification practices. Now, a lot of times when I'm doing research, I'll come across these different blogs and posts from accredited medical institutions that are really putting down detoxification. And it's really interesting to me because detoxification practices are things that human beings have been doing for hundreds of years all over the world to restore health in body and mind. A lot of these blogs and articles put down detoxification and cleansing and say that people in the holistic health arena are inaccurate in saying that you can't detoxify the body, that the body is detoxifies anyway, that you can't target organs or organ systems in the body. This is totally not true. You absolutely can target specific organs and organ systems in the body, and you can detoxify. Russia has done tons of research on the power of water fasting. By medical research teams and doctors. There are medically supervised water fasting hospitals that are state-owned in Germany. There have been tons of studies done by universities in America, such as UCLA, and how water fasting helps to extend lifespan, reverses chronic disease, actually makes chemotherapy stronger, and reduces the negative symptoms of chemotherapy. There are books and journals and articles that are written about how water fasting works. It's absolutely true. As for the statement that we can't actually target specific organs and organ systems and that the body is already detoxifying anyway, that's not true either. I mean, even if you go to a hospital, for example, they will do certain lymphatic drainage techniques on people that have lymphedema. So you are targeting the lymphatic system and you are creating drainage. You are detoxifying the lymphatic system. Or using things like NAC or milk thistle. Both of those target the liver, what they do is they stimulate the natural detoxification pathways of the liver and detox the liver. Or using things like niacin, which is a B3 vitamin, and what it does when you take it is it dilates the blood capillaries and the lymphatic vessels, and you get this flushing and dumping effect, which releases toxins out into the bloodstream and also into the digestive tract. Actual research about this. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I don't want to, breathe conspiracy theory, but perhaps it is a conspiracy theory. Whatever it is, it's totally inaccurate, and you can use these detoxification practices to help you, and you must do it when you're healing digestion. So in my own personal practice, one of the biggest mistakes that I see is not doing efficient liver detoxification when you're balancing the gut bacteria. So when you're doing herbal antibiotics, or if you're not doing herbal antibiotics and you're just doing probiotics and you're consuming higher amounts of fermented foods, essentially populating your digestive system with good bacteria, you're going to have die-off. So die-off is when pathogenic or bad bacteria or fungi die, and if your detoxification pathways aren't working really well, you create autotoxication. You're creating toxicity inside of your body. So you have to do liver support, cleanse the liver right from the beginning to assist with getting this gooky stuff out. Another area, so the liver is a big one. So using liver aids and herbs. So I use things like bumi amalaki, Triphala also helps with liver detoxification and cleansing. I'm a big proponent of NAC. I will use berberine also because it does have antibiotic properties. Certainly milk thistle or artichoke. Cruciferous vegetables also have encourage the natural detoxification pathways in the body. And the great thing about cruciferous vegetables and doing liver detoxification in general is that it also helps to pull excess estrogens out of the body, which in our world right now, because of the level of pollutants that are in our environment, these pollutants essentially, they stimulate estrogens in the body. They're synthetic estrogens. They act like estrogens in the body, and that contributes to the development of estrogen-dependent cancers, breast cancers, and fibroids, uterine cancers. So doing liver detoxification and cleansing helps to remove excess estrogens out of the body. There have been studies that show that people that eat a larger amount of cruciferous vegetables have lower incidences of these estrogen or endocrine disruptive symptoms that more and more adults and unfortunately kids are suffering from today. More kids are hitting puberty at a younger age, and the reason for that is because of the pollutants in our environment. You can Google it if you'd like more research about that, but it is something that's absolutely real and that's happening. It's not something that we need to live in fear around, but it's just you need to be proactive about it. And there are certainly many things in nature that we can use. Symptoms of liver toxicity include hormonal imbalance, that's the big one, acne, skin disorders and skin issues like eczema all point to liver toxicity. Also anger and irritability. So if you have any of those things, those are strong signs that liver is troubled. But if you have a digestive issue, then you definitely want to be doing liver detoxification and cleansing anyway. The next system that we want to look at is the entire lymphatic system. And that's actually the first place that we work to detox and cleanse. So the lymphatics in the body, the lymph is your body's sewage system. It grabs all the cellular waste from your cells and it carries it to the appropriate eliminatory organs where it's excreted and it's released. Your lymphatic fluid runs very superficially to the surface of your skin, and you can manually stimulate lymphatic cleansing through things like dry brushing, but also any skeletal movement, exercise, and breathing is going to enhance lymphatic detoxification and cleansing. There are also essential oils like clary sage, cypress, and laurel leaf that help to assist with lymphatic stimulation and lymphatic cleansing. So symptoms of lymphatic congestion and toxicity include issues where there are fibroids, masses, growths, and tumors in the body. Uterine fibroids and tumors. Tumors throughout the body are all point to lymphatic congestion. If you have sensitivity to fat and protein, if you eat those things and it makes you feel sick, that's a sign that the lymphatics aren't working well. All immune system deficiencies, so getting chronically sick, feeling tired, water retention, swelling, pooling around the low abdomen and belly, puffiness underneath the eyes, strong sensitivities to salt, strong premenstrual syndrome, so swollen breasts around your period. Those are all signs that the lymphatics in your body aren't working well. So again, physical exercise, dry skin brushing, manual movement, deep breathing, and certain herbs like mangista, ginger, those are cinnamon and ginger are really great for lymphatic cleansing and health. So we talked about the liver as a key point, the lymphatics. We've talked about the gallbladder a few times in the previous parts. That's a key thing that needs to be looked at, the pancreas also. So that can help with overall detoxification and cleansing because you do want to heal your gut, but you also have to support what's considered to be the auxiliary organs, so the digestive supporters. The last area is the colon. So the colon is where, it's the last stop in the body that your food transports to. If you are not having regular bowel movements, then using enemas can be very helpful. So in my system of practice, we don't use water enemas. We actually use enemas made from a strong decoction of herbs, almost like a very strong tea. And we may even use oil sesame seed oil, or even ghee sometimes in the enema to help with rehydrating and tonifying the colon so that regular eliminations can happen. A lot of times when people get constipated, the first thing they do is reach for the fiber and actually make the problem worse. So in which case you want to increase the amount of fat in the person's diet and use digestive enzymes and spices and sours, actually, like squeezing lemon and lime over your foods before that you eat them. It stimulates your liver and your pancreas to release digestive enzymes that help to emulsify and break down fat and protein and carbohydrates. So thank you so much. I hope that this information was helpful to you in understanding how important it is to not only do an intestinal healing program when you're working to recover your health, but to use specific detoxification practices that support healthy digestion and eliminating the toxin byproducts that are going to naturally occur from healing your digestion itself. So if you do things, for example, if you start eating a bunch of probiotic and fermented rich foods and you start experiencing this die-off, one of the biggest symptoms is increase in skin issues. So somebody that has acne, for example, if they just start eating all these fermented foods, what can happen is they get more acne outbreaks. And that's a sign that the die-off in your body is being secreted through your skin. So you need to use sometimes diuretics, liver cleansers, things like activated charcoal, doing sweating, dry skin brushing, and to assist the natural detoxification pathways in your body so that you don't auto-toxify, that the toxins don't stay in and kind of like recirculate around. Then you're just basically creating toxicity internally. So thank you so much. Hope that this information aids you in your path, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next series. And also, I left a little assessment below this video so that you can see which organ and organ systems in your body are impacted by toxicity.